Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we'll be reading from Bhagavad Gita cities, chapter 7, verse 13. Chapter 7 is knowledge of the Absolute. Trivir Guna Mayair Bhavair Edi Sarvam Idam Jagat Mahitam Abhijanayati Mam Devya Salam Avyayam Trivir Guna Mayir Bhavair Edi Sarvam Idam Jagat Mohitam Abhijanati Mamevya Param Avyayam Trivir Guna Mayir Bhavair Edi Sarvam Idam Jagat Mohitam Abhijanati Mamevya Param Avyayam Trivir Guna Mayir Bhavair Edi Sarvam Idam Jagat Mohitam Abhijanati Trivir Guna Mayir Bhavair Edi Sarvam Idam Jagat Mohitam Abhijanati Mamevya Param Avyayam Trivir Guna Mayir Bhavair Edi Sarvam Idam Jagat Mohitam Abhijanati Mamevya Param Avyayam. Please. Okay. 3B 3 Gunamayain, consisting of the gunas. Babain, by the states of being. Ebi, all this. Sarvam, whole. Idam, this. Jagat, universe. Mohitam, deluded. Na Adijanati, does not know. Man, me. Eyaha, above this. Param, the supreme. Avyayam, inexhaustible. Translated, purport with this, for his divine grace, raised to Bhakti without personal. Jai Shri Krishna. Deluded by the three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance, the whole world does not know me, who am above the modes and inexhaustible. I repeat. Deluded by the three modes, please repeat with me. Deluded by the three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance. The whole world does not know me, who am above the modes and inexhaustible. Purport. The whole world is enchanted by the three modes of material nature. Those who are bewildered by these three modes cannot understand that transcendental to this material nature is the Supreme Lord Krishna. Every living entity under the influence of material nature has a particular type of body and a particular type of psychological and biological activities accordingly. There are four classes of men functioning in the three material modes of nature. Those who are purely in the mode of goodness are called Brahmanas or Brahmins. Those who are in the modes of both passion and ignorance are. Those who are purely in the mode of passion are called Kshatriyas. Those who are in the modes of both passion and ignorance are called Vaishyas. Those who are completely in the ignorance are called Shudras. And those who are less than that are animals or animal life. However, these designations are not permanent. I may be either a Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or whatever. In any case, this life is temporary. But although life is temporary, and we do not know what are going to be in the next life, by the spell of this illusory energy, we can consider ourselves in terms of this bodily conception of life. And we thus think that we are American, Indian, Russian, or Brahmin, Hindu, Muslim, etc. And if we become entangled with the modes of material nature, then we forget the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is behind all these modes. So Lord Krishna says that living entities deluded by these three modes of nature do not understand that behind the material background is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There are many different kinds of living entities, human beings, demigods, animals, etc. And each and every one of them is under the influence of material nature. None of them have forgotten the transcendent personality of Godhead. Those who are in the modes of passion and ignorance, and even those who are in the mode of goodness, cannot go beyond the impersonal Brahman conception of the absolute truth. They are bewildered before the Supreme Lord in the personal creature, which possesses all beauty, opulence, knowledge, strength, fame, and renunciation. When even those who are in the goodness cannot understand what hope is there for those in passion and ignorance. Krishna consciousness is transcendental to all these three modes of material nature. And those who are truly established in Krishna consciousness are actually liberated. Apabyan pinagandasya dengan pinasalakaw. Saksun ditang dehatas may Sitanya Rodisam Sapitan Devi Swayam Rupa Kadanyayam Vidati Samata Dhantikan Vanchakalpa Kalipishta Vipasim Devacha Patitanam Pavadevyo Vaisnavevyo Mam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Srimate Taya Krishna Krishna Mam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Srinivadi Paschatya Deshikani Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So again, the translation, deluded by the three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance, the whole world does not know me, who am above the modes and inexhaustible. So this verse especially expresses our position in this particular world. We are in illusion, or in the state of delusion. We think that we are in control. No, we are not. We are not in control. We wish or desire so many things and hope to get them. But most of the time, our desires are not fulfilled or half fulfilled. So, we are now in this material world. We are not in a good position. Because Krishna says also in Bhagavad Gita, Nadyayate Vivate Vakadache Nayam Dukha Bahuta Pranapiyas Ador Nichas Sasvato Yakurani Nahanyate Hanyamane Savire. So this verse describes that we were never born. We did not come into being. And we will not come into being. We are always there. When God was there, when Krishna was there, we were also there. So it's all for birth. It says here, happy birthday. But both in this material world is not happy. I'm sorry to spoil the fun. But it's the truth. We say happy birthday, but actually this material world is not a place for happiness. It's not. Now we see all the sufferings of the world. Before we do not witness, but due to the internet, to YouTube, to Facebook, we are now seeing the calamities all over the world. The flood in Beijing, the fires, uncontrollable fires in California, in Canada, in Europe, everywhere there is disaster. We are quite, right now, the Filipinos are quite free from such disasters. Although we have 3 typhoons coming one after another, the rain is not that harsh. Because we have gone through that flooding how many years ago? At that time, I was driving through the street, and it's just seconds before my car was underwater. Seconds. For seconds. We call that undoy. When undoy came, the name of the typhoon, it was so devastating. The flood was so high. So, if you think this material world is a place for happiness, that's illusion. It says here, deluded. The word is deluded. And the Sanskrit word is mohita. So, by knowing this truth, we should aspire for a place which is not under the delusion of the modes of material nature. And that is called Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha means what? No anxiety, anxiety-less. So, here we are always anxious. My daughter's birthday is coming. My son's birthday is coming. So I'm anxious about giving a nice birthday bash to my daughter, to my son. It's anxiety. So, Bhagavad Gita is saying that if you want to be free from anxiety, then we should, the word is saranagati, surrender. We should surrender to the knowledge that we are not this body, we are the spirit soul, and we were once living in the spiritual world, free from delusion and anxiety. We were once there. But somehow we are put into control like puppets. You know the puppets? Controlled by the string, by the puppeteer. So material nature is the controller. Right now we are being controlled by this puppeteer called Maya. So Maya is the illusion, Mahamaya. So we think that our body is beautiful. We think that I'm rich. Srila Prabhupada mentions. We think that I'm Indian, American, white, black, etc. Muslim, Hindu. But they are all temporary designations. And this designation of the body causes divisions among human beings. So there are possible types of body among the living entities in this material world, in the whole universe. There are 8.4 billion species of life who are studying biology. Those who want to be doctors, you have gone through biology, and you have studied different species, isn't it? Species of the plants, species of the mushrooms, everything. But you can go on with the number of 8.4 billion species, because the 8.4 billion species is spread all over the universe. And one of the species of the human being are the demigods, the devas, those who reside in the upper planetary system. So, if you really want to experience extreme sensual happiness, Earth is not the place. Don't try to be happy on this middle planetary system. You will fail. You will not attain sensual happiness or that high sensual happiness. But people try. They try. Especially in sex. Human beings here in this middle planetary system, they want to have sex without children. That's why contraceptives, now the main topic in America is what? Abortion. It's the main topic of the women. Before, during the 1970s to 80s, the main topic was women's sleep. Have you heard the word women's sleep? Women want to be free to do what they want. Call it women's liberation movement. And at the time, the Hare Krishna movement is being established by Srila Prabhupada, and he was asked by many reporters and news in the press, and he was asked, what's your view on women's sleep? Srila Prabhupada's answer is, it's ignorance. It's ignorance. In the Vedic culture, it is said that women should be what? Protected in childhood by the parents. See? This is inherent in the Indian culture. Most women are protected by their father in the youth stage and even in the middle stage. And then they are protected by the father, by the husband when they marry. And they will be protected by the son at old age. But due to the women's sleep and due to the illusion that we are this body, we do not adhere to the Vedic instruction. So right now, women are becoming so-called free. But they are not free according to this verse. They are still in illusion because they are controlled by the modes of passion and ignorance. But this Hare Krishna movement is establishing again the strong culture of the Vedas being practiced by majority of the Indian population before 1930s. According to Prabhupada, during the 1930s, still the Indians are vegetarian, 80%. But the Indians, when they go to the Western countries, go to the Philippines, it's hard to be vegetarian, isn't it? Especially here in the Philippines. But right now, you can see vegetarian restaurants. When I was trying to become vegetarian, there's only one restaurant run by the Haribos, by the Chaitanya movement. It's in Makati. I go there. And also, one is in the Chinatown because the Buddhists, they are vegetarian. Because Filipinos, they eat 6 times a day and they eat meat all the time. It's ignorance, gross ignorance. So, we want to go beyond these modes of material nature. And Srila Prabhupada said that to attain the mode of goodness is still not enough. Srila Prabhupada in this verse said that those even in the world of goodness, Krishna says, doesn't know me. But all of you who are here are already almost beyond these material modes. Why? Because you are here. And I saw everyone, I was at the back, and everyone was chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. The ladies are nicely dancing. They are better than the men. The men have rigid bodies, very hard to dance. So, in the eyes of God, we are all equal. because we are all spirit souls. But because of this material body, we have designations. We have female, we have male, son, daughters, etc., etc. But the absolute conclusion is that we are not this body. And by knowing that, you will never become proud. You will never become proud. You just, if you read Bhagavad Gita, you will come to the conclusion that I am just an instrument of Krishna. If you hear Radhanath Swami's lectures, so powerful. So powerful. He has so many various lectures on different topics. And by hearing him, one of the greatest disciples of Srila Prabhupada, you will come to the point of solving all your problems in your life. But the solution is to become free from this false identification. That's the truth. In the Bible, Jesus Christ and the Christians are always saying, the truth shall set you free. Isn't it? But the Christians, they do not explain what truth is that. I once wanted to become a priest, so I was quite a friend of the head priest in our town. But I had so many questions. And he said, please avoid questions. It means you are losing faith. But when I came to Hare Krishna movement, questions are being you always want questions, because questions will give you the truth. So what's the truth? We are not this body. That's the truth that will set you free. When you know that you're the spirit, then you can go on. You can, there's no impossibility. If you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a teacher, if you want to be a lawyer, because you now know that you are part and parcel of God, you can let yourself be used by Krishna. By doing what's being said by the instructions of Lord Krishna. There is no impossibility. Srila Prabhupada always says that the word impossible is only found in the first dictionary. So what's the first dictionary? So the first dictionary is I, me, mine. I, me, mine. That's a song made famous by the Beatles. You were not yet born. Most of them were not yet born when the Beatles were very famous. I, me, mine. So everything is mine. I am great. But we are not. We can only be great when we serve the supreme greatness. the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And you are all doing it now by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So even the small child, she's already chanting Krishna's name. That is the trend now because of the Hare Krishna movement, and as predicted by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the name of Krishna will be heard in every town and village. And the Indian culture, the Indians are helping this movement. They are helping in so many ways. There are so many rich Indian nationals here in the Philippines, and they are the one supporting 80 to 90% of the needed financial is coming from the Indians. So we're very thankful for all of you, the students. You are very welcome here in the Philippines. You are contributing to the economy and contributing to this movement by being here. We're very happy to be. Actually, I'm not here in any position to give you lectures. It is you who should be here. But due to the mercy of my spiritual master, I'm trying to explain what Krishna is saying here in the Bhagavad Gita. And my body is quite old, but I'm free from what? From depression. Depression is a big disease now, isn't it? You were cancelled in the IG, what's IG? Instagram, and then you become depressed. You were cancelled in the TikTok, you become depressed. Why? Because you think that I should be famous. But let Krishna, let the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna become famous. Not you. Not your body. So be an instrument. Chant more Hare Krishna and hear Bhagavad Gita and the Srimad Bhagavatam. Then you will overcome these three modes of material nature. You will always be happy, even in this material body. Chant and be happy. Hare Krishna. Questions? Any comment?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
You mentioned about 8,400,000 species of life. It's all different variety of that, right? And then my question is about how many variety of human being, variety of plants and insects, mammals. My question right now is how's about the rat?
How?
Different variety. The rat is all different variety also.
The rocks.
But we didn't even mention that in Bhagavad Gita.
No, the so-called inanimate objects, or like the mountains, they have personification.
So in other words, the rock that is not alive.
Yeah. But if there's a spirit that enters the rock,
You mean the rock is void?
it's possible that spirit can enter inanimate objects. You call those not living entities as inanimate objects. But in the spiritual world, whether the objects are inanimate or animate, they are alive, like the flute of Krishna. What's the name of the flute of Krishna? Yeah, the Venu. It is alive. The table which Krishna uses, it's alive in the spiritual world. But in this material world, there are different bodies. And you mentioned about the rock. So even in the mountains, they call any mountains Batangas?
I think it's the philosophy of mostly literature is the rock it doesn't have any spirit at all.
Yeah, that's why it's called inanimate. Inanimate objects, there's no spirit inside. But the spirit can enter any objects.
So,
Like crystals.
for how many thousand years before the rock is growing?
I don't know where you are going about these rocks. I don't know what's the connection with spirituality.
Still a proper calculation about that.
Yeah, in the material world is made of matters.
There's
Isn't it?
another.
You have earth, water, fire, air, ether.
Well, anyway, that's my take. I think it's gonna get so far. So anyone?
Okay. Question. Yes, Prabhu.
I have a question for you. Prabhupada mentioned scriptures that like 10% of the population in the material world. There's only like 10% population in this material world, and the 90% is present in the spiritual world. Is that right?
What I heard is that one fourth is the material energy, and 3/4 is the spiritual manifestation. So there's no actual fraction of the. I did not hear that 10% is the population of the living entities here. Actually, the going down of the spirits from the spiritual world and the spirits being liberated towards the Vaikuntha planets is continuous. It is a continuous process. People are going down, living entities are going down, and living entities are going up. Now it is said that due to the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra in this age of Kali, many will go up. But if heard that 10%. I am not really sure. I am not really sure. What I heard is that 1/4 of the whole manifestation is the material energy, and 3/4 is the spiritual world. Is that correct, Prabhu? So the the lifespan of the universe is 3.11 trillion years, and that's only 7 seconds in the spiritual time of eternity. So if you somehow come down here and go back to the kingdom of God, Krishna, it is said by Srila Prabhupada that Krishna will welcome you and hug you. There's a painting of that. There's a painting of that. That when a liberated soul go up, it's like a bad dream. 7 seconds here in this material world is a bad dream. 3.11 trillion years. 311 trillion years. Yes, good question.
Why don't we remember our past life?
Why don't we remember the past life?
Yeah, if we remember our past life, maybe in this life we may forget. We will not do all the bad sins. And if we remember our past life, we know how to live in this life. So we can do something good, and then we can reach Krishna, right? So why do Krishna not let us remember our past lives?
That's a very good question. Thank you for that. Somehow, if you remember some of your past life, and if it mixes with your present life, you will be qualified in the mental hospital. You will not be able to analyze or be able to consciously realize that what you are seeing or remembering somehow in some dreams is true. So doctors will tell you, oh, you're having psychological problems. So actually, there are several stories in the Srimad Bhagavad Puran that they remember the past life. Just like Bharat Maharaj, who became a deer. He remembered. Only advanced personalities are allowed to remember because they are already beyond illusion. But if you remember that you are a queen before in your past life, you will live. You will live that past life of yours being a queen, and you will forget about today that you are not anymore a queen. So it will cloud your mind if you remember a lot of your previous life. Like for example, if you remember that you are an ant.
So in just a moment ago, you said that we are this yoga maya is around us, so we are so into beauty and all the things which is around us. So if you remember everything from our past, so maybe we'll not get deluded by the beauty around us, and we will know it is not permanent, and we will be born again, and we have to do what we want to do in order to get Krishna.
Then you are a realized person. You are a sadhu. So only sadhus are allowed to remember past lives. Not everyone. Because it will confuse. Yeah, the word is confused. There's stories in the YouTube which says that they remember the past lives. So somehow they remember and they go to the place where they are born. That will be given to some people who will not be confused. And Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, I'm seated in the heart of all living entities. I'm the cause of forgetfulness, remembrance, knowledge, and intelligence. So, the Paramatma knows who the person hope to let to remember some things in the past, to give them instruction in the present life. Somehow, when you were born, some can read the palm. A Jyotish scientist can read your future through the arrangement of the planets. That's true. Because in physics, it said that the planet, the different two bodies will exert a force which is inverse to the square of the distance. I still remember my physics. So we are so small, and the planets are being very large. They have a force being exerted on the small living entities in this material world. So by the horoscope scientists, they can read what is to happen in your future of this present body. So you can know the future, but knowing the past, it depends if you are qualified, so that you will not end in the mental hospital. So Krishna decides. So he will, the Paramatma will let you remember, oh, you want to be a doctor. So he will lead you to become a doctor. That's how he tries to instruct you. So we have different desires, and the Paramatma knows that. And we have previous lives. The solution is not to know everything of the past life, or else you will forget to live your present life, and then you destroy your future. Is that all right? Thank you for the very nice question. It's a very enlightening question. Not the rocks, huh?
Hare Krishna, Mahendra Prabhu, I have a question.
Yes.
Is that true? Being in a human form, the symptom is a forgetfulness of God and even in ourselves.
The mere fact that we are here in this material world, we have forgotten our original nature, which is Sat, Chit, and Ananda. That's why we have a particular body. So you call that false identification. So now that we are reading Bhagavad Gita, we are knowing the Krishna says that you are spirit. You were never born. We were already there. So birth is only for the physical body. It's not for the spirit. So we are here and we identify as, right now I identify myself as Mahendra Das. Before my name is Liang, Milan, which is also Sanskrit, meaning to meet. So I have so many questions in life, and the priest in our town cannot answer. So now, my questions were answered just by one book, Coming Back. The Coming Back told me I'm the soul and will be born after death. Be born again after another life, another death. And that opened a lot of truth, and not the body. So illusion is there because we are born in this material body. And Bhagavad Gita explains that the reason why you are made and female, it's very clearly explained. At the time of your previous death, you were very attached to your female wife. Then you become a woman. And then that's life. Women are thinking of their husband, they become males. Those who are born gay,
That's confusing.
they're confused. And many are being born because of when they conceive, they are under the condition of alcohol. So many now are being born gays. Why? Because they have a night out in America. They go to the restaurant and get drunk, and then they have sex. So gays are being born. But I'm not against the gays.
Krishna Prabhu, I have a doubt.
Yes.
So in Srimad Bhagavatam also there is also mention of gay, right? Like Shikandini, Shikandini, she was also a cross gender.
Yeah.
She was the only one who was because of her only Bhishma Prabhu, like he will be killed only because of her.
Yeah.
So there is also a mention of gays in Bhagavatam. So why shouldn't we consider
And
it
Arjun.
as a fact right now?
Arjun was cursed to become a gay
But still,
for a year.
but still, it is also true that there is also consideration of gays, right?
Yeah, actually, our philosophy is that we accept everyone, whether you're A, B, B, E, Q, or whatever. We accept everyone. Why? Because we're not this body.
My question from
Okay.
Yes, because we are all fair, lahat tayo pinanganak na Philippines. We have a feeling. Even, sabi nyo nga, even almas, even small insects or whatever, na tayo,
They feel also happiness.
yes, na pinanganak tayo, we're born, na lahat tayo may part. Diba? Doon natin unang na yung ano natin, yung feelings natin, na minsan, we really don't know, paano ko naging ganito, paano ko naging gay, paano ko naging tomboy, paano ko naging ganito. It's because, sometimes, genetic Diba? Because a genetic form of sa blood na kahit ako, hindi ko gusto ito gagawin ko. Pero, wala ganun may feelings ako na ganun di ba? So, maybe, sometimes, we have to understand that hindi talaga, fair minsan, pag nag-isip tayo about gays and about T-birds and about, Kasi kung sa animals lang, why? Imagine na lang natin na yung animals, we are the highest form of animals. Kasi tayo yung tao, di ba? So that's why we treated the animals like tao, people, kasi may feelings din sila. So ganun din, di ba? So minsan, nakakaano lang kasi minsan yung ano na, nag-discriminate tayo ng isang tao na bakit pagdating sa ganyan, lalo na pagdating sa religion. Kasi Catholic kasi is more on open lahat sila, tanggap ganito, ganon. Pero siguro, ano na lang, with respect na lang. Kasi sila naman, we respect naman kung ano yung paniniwala ng isang tao, parang ganon. At nag-usapan kanina, narinig ko doon, Prabhu, about the false identity. Na minsan, dito tayo sa material world. Lalo tayo dito sa material world. Pero, ako sa akin, hindi ko maintindihan yung false identity eh. Why? Because, meron tayong utak eh. May isip tayo eh. From the beginning, alam natin kung anong gagawin natin. Alam natin what is mali. Alam natin what is the truth. Alam natin kung anong ginagawa natin sa sarili natin. So, hindi ako doon sa sinasabi na because we are here in the material world, and then we have, sometimes we have a false identity. Hindi ako doon. Hindi ko maintindihan yun. Kasi sa akin, every time sa akin, iniintindi ko, alam sa sarili natin, in ourselves, kung ano yung what is wrong and what is right. Right? Kaya who are to be blamed kung mali yung ginawa mo, ikaw lang din. Kasi you know what mali, what is wrong and what is right. Isip ka,
Can you speak English so that others will understand?
So every time, I'm always thinking about the false identity that what you have just the other just a minute ago, that because we are born in a material world, so we're living in a false identity, right? But for me, it's not the reason about the false identity that we have, that we are in this material world, because I think the first and the important thing that God has given to us was the number one, was the heart and the mind. Kasi it's because yun eh, magkasama yung mind sa yung heart eh, right? So you will really understand what you feel and what is in your mind, because that is the truth, right?
Can I answer you now? Thank you for your comment. So false identification, as being said, it's not from my words, it's from the Bible. False identification is that we are identifying that we are bakla, we are identifying that we are female, male. It only pertains to the body. It only pertains to the body. That false identification. So eventually becoming free, as being said by the Prabhu Mahendra, becoming free from these modes is eventually realizing that we are all spirit souls, part and parcel of God. That's the ultimate instruction. So we cannot say I think, and in my lectures I avoid saying I think. I always say according to Prabhupada, according to Bhagavad Gita, according to Bhagavad Purana. Because if I say I think, you should not believe. Because those are my thoughts. But if I say what Prabhupada said, and if I quote what Bhagavad Gita says, Krishna is saying, then it's not me. It is the scriptures. So, the absolute truth is there, and we can realize that. And there's so many questions about that, why we don't remember the previous life. I answered that in accordance to what Srila Prabhupada has said. Now, about the rats, that's very hard subject matter. So the point is, I mentioned about, I'm not against the all the LGBTQs appearing. I'm not. They'll be given a chance to be in the human body, but according to the scriptures, their only way is to not to have sex. All the scriptures is saying. That's why the eunuchs, you know the eunuchs? Who knows the word eunuch? EUNUCH, eunuch.
Yes, yes.
Oh, you know.
In those days, the eunuchs,
Yes.
they are castrated. And they are led to be the highest servant of the queen. They serve the queen. They dress the queen, they do the hair. Oh, right now, in our present day, you have the said sex in the beauty parlor. That's all right. But the point is, anyone, those who commit illicit sex, whether you are straight, whether you are female, male, it is condemned in all scriptures. But we don't condemn you if you are one of the LGBTQ. We accept you if you want to know about Krishna. We will accept you. But if you are like that, a male, we will not let you live in the male ashram because you are feeling female. So if you let you live in the male ashram, then you will be degraded. So in Hare Krishna, we don't discriminate. It is open to everyone. Because our philosophy is that we are not this body. So we are teaching that. So that you can become free from identifying with so many genders. Identifying that you are a Muslim or anything, a white, a black, or brown, or yellow. We are not. It is all impermanent, not permanent. It's temporary. Now I'm male and I'm in the male body. If I die thinking of a female body, then I will be born female. But if we think about Krishna, we think about Srimati Radharani, then somehow we will be born beautiful and handsome, just like the deities. So it's a better life, next life, when you are a devotee. Mother, is that all right? Thank you for your comments.
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhu. In a Christian, that's in the Bible, that was the originator of the human beings coming from Adam and Eve. Okay, and then in daily knowledge right now, we all find that the originator of the human beings come from 8 million worms, right? Okay, we already know about that. Now, this my question is mostly in I read that in the Bible that Christianity given the what you call this by Noah, that he made the ark and we bring all the men in one. In animals.
Different genders in the animals.
Yes, that's right.
So what's your question?
My question, how they can go inside because in scriptures of the religion of Christianity that is only man and woman, even the animals to bring it in the ark. How the gate inside in that ark? You sneak up.
Yeah. Being a gay or being a female is just for the body's identification. So, if you are feeling a woman but you're put in the body of a male, it's bad karma. Because you will not be able to be a normal human life. Why it's bad karma? It is meant so that you should control your sexual desires. So those who are born in such are said to not being able to control their sexual desires. So they are being put in a body where if they do sexual activities which are not normal for female and male, they are transgressing the instruction of the scriptures. That's why in Sodom and Gomorrah, there are so many sexual activities there are being created by these so-called gays during those times. So God has to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah,
Probably, yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
But the point is, Hare Krishna is here, so we are preaching that you are not this body.
Yes.
That's the ultimate solution to the abnormal. It's not normal. Because you are put in an opposite body. You are a male but put in a woman's body. You are a female but put in a man's body. So, if you say that you are not the body, so that explains why there are such different genders. It's all material activities, sexual activities. It's all sexual activities. But if you follow the regular principles of Hare Krishna, no sex outside of marriage. That's absolute. Okay, Prabhu?
Yeah.
Thank you for
This
this
world is
question.
terrible.
You should aspire for the spiritual world. No matter what body you are, aspire to chant always Hare Krishna mantra. Okay? Thank you for the so many beautiful questions. Hare Krishna. Gantaraj. Bhagavad Gita ki.